Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma presents 32,000 crore rupees Meghalaya budget for 2026-27. Meghalaya emerges as second fastest growing economy in India for 2024-25, recording a real GSDP growth rate of 9.66%. 92 villages identified under Phase 2 of the Centre's Under Vibrant Village program. Rajaji Utsav celebrated at Rashtrapati Bhavan. President Draupadi Murmu unveiled bust of Raja Gopalachari. And India lose to South Africa in T20 World Cup Super 8 at Narendra Modi Stadium. First, let us take a look at the local stories. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Monday presented the budget for 2026-27 in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly with a fiscal deficit of Rs 2,672 crore, which is about 3.5% of the state's gross state domestic product, remaining within the permissible limit. The total expenditure for the financial year has been estimated at Rs 32,023 crore, including Rs 21,812 crore under revenue expenditure and Rs 10,211 crore under capital expenditure. Excluding loan repayments of Rs 2,731 crore, the effective expenditure stands at Rs 29,293 crore. Interest payments are estimated at Rs 1,540 crore, while pension payments are projected at Rs 1,980 crore. The state is expected to record a revenue surplus of Rs 4,771 crore with a closing balance of Rs 714 crore. Presenting his 9th consecutive budget in the Assembly during the ongoing budget session, the Chief Minister said the financial plan reflects the government's focus on fiscal discipline, infrastructure expansion, welfare programs and employment generation. Sangma also presented thematic budgets, including a climate budget of Rs 5,572 crore and a gender budget of Rs 6,849 crore, highlighting the government's emphasis on sustainable and inclusive development. He informed that the budget was shaped by public feedback received through CM Connect programs and discussions held during cabinet retreats, along with inputs from various departments. The Chief Minister stated that the government's priority is to improve the well-being of citizens, create opportunities for youth and strengthen grassroots livelihoods while maintaining economic stability. He added that the vision for Meghalaya is centered on 5 pillars: stable governance, aspirational growth, collaborative development, citizen-focused welfare and sustainable progress.
With your permission, I rise to present the budget for financial year 2026-27. Sir, I am humbled to be standing in this august house and present my 9th consecutive budget. Each budget is not merely a statement of receipts and expenditure. It reflects the government's values, priorities, and our collective resolve. Meghalaya will excel when every individual, our farmers, our women, our youth, has the opportunity to excel. As our great Khasi poet, Usoso Tham had said, and I quote, Baro Briu Bastad, Manobala Panlem, La Clem da Ple Kalat, Umno Unlike Panlem, which broadly translates to every person is capable, no one can deny. But in the absence of opportunities, how will she speak to rise and fly? In this spirit, the government has identified 10 key opportunities that are driving growth and employment.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, while replying on the Governor's address on Monday, said that Meghalaya has recorded a real GSDP growth rate of 9.66%, making it the second fastest growing economy in India for 2024-25. Only Tamil Nadu registered a higher growth rate at 11.19%. Sangma noted that Meghalaya has maintained an average growth of around 10% over the last 3 years, attributing to expansion to targeted planning and mission mode interventions. The state's economy has now crossed 85,000 crore rupees, while per capita income rose from 88,954 rupees in 2018-19 to 1.57 lakh rupees in 2024-25, ranking 5th nationally in per capita income growth. He informed that 3.66 lakh jobs were created between 2019 and 2025, with agriculture contributing nearly 1.9 lakh livelihoods.
In India after Tamil Nadu, and the only state to sustain a real GSDP growth rate of nearly 10% for 3 consecutive years in the post-COVID period. Our year-on-year nominal GSDP growth has remained higher than the national average since 2021-22, standing at 12% in 2025 compared to India's 9.8%. I am thankful to the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for acknowledging Meghalaya's growth story in his message to us on Meghalaya Day. I quote, "The economic growth rate in the post-COVID years have been exemplary. At the same time, your government's fiscal management has been prudent. Your government's emphasis on fiscal sustainability is commendable." Unquote. In recent months, this confidence has been echoed by several union ministers who have visited Meghalaya and witnessed our progress firsthand. The Honorable Union Finance Minister and the Honorable Minister for Development of North-East region have appreciated the state's development model. Our growth momentum is rooted in the clearly laid out Vision 2032. Our aspiration is to place Meghalaya among the top 10 states in per capita income and Sustainable Development Goals achievement by 2032.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed the Assembly on Monday that 92 villages in Meghalaya have been selected under Phase 2 of the Centre's Vibrant Village Programme, aimed at boosting development in international border areas. Responding to a query from Sheila UDP MLA Balajit Sinrem, during the ongoing budget session, Sangma clarified that the selection was made by the Ministry of Home Affairs based on its own criteria, and the state government has not yet received detailed project-wise financial allocations. He explained that while Phase 1 focused on villages along the India-China border, Phase 2 has expanded to cover borders adjoining Bangladesh.
So the Government of India, or the MHA, till date, has decided to select the villages as per their criteria and as per their program. So we have made this point to the MHA. The Honorable Minister has met the Honorable Home Minister just about 10 days back, I think on the 4th of February, if I'm not wrong. They had met and he has shared this concern, and Honorable HM has taken note of it. But as of now, these 92 villages have been selected by Government of India, and that is a process they follow throughout the country. So the BADP program was discontinued by Government of India, as we are all aware, in September 2022. So that is where the Government of India had decided that a new program will be brought in, which is what we call the Vibrant Village program. So that is the history of that, sir. But again, I've mentioned, I think Honorable Minister, Honorable MLA and others had met me in regards to sanctioning of some amount or for the border area development, because this project was discontinued. And as all the MLAs are aware, that I had included some amount last year. And though it's not sufficient at all, because we have to take care of the international as well as the interstate border also. So therefore, we are doing our best, but obviously we have constraints. But we will keep some amount, whatever possible, to ensure that this need is taken care of. But again, I repeat, sir, that this is only one head under which development takes place.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Monday informed the Assembly that the state's Homestay scheme is being implemented with priority in areas rich in natural and cultural attractions such as waterfalls, caves, trekking routes, lakes and sacred groves. Responding to a query from VPP MLA Heavingstone Kharpran during question hour, Sangma said consultations were held with local communities, traditional heads and district authorities before finalizing locations. Tourism Minister Timothy D. Shira added that site identification was based on a comprehensive survey assessing tourist footfall, infrastructure and local economic potential.
So, sir, in this new scheme that we have come out with, the new homestay scheme has delinked the new homestay scheme from PMEGP. So, therefore, the criteria and the processes will be much smoother. Processes will be, will be there, which will be through the state government, and therefore now we will be able to control the narrative much better, and hopefully the sanctions that come now in the new schemes will not have to go through. Those in the old schemes which were under PMEGP, we will try to help, because there are a lot of criteria, documents, paperwork, which is sometimes very difficult. And if we are able to resolve them, then we'll resolve them. If we are not able to resolve them, sir, then we encourage those beneficiaries or those applicants to apply in the new homestay scheme where it is delinked from PMEGP.
Sir, a tourist spot assessment survey was conducted to understand local tourism demand and the development potential of various sites across Meghalaya. The survey collected key information such as annual and seasonal footfall, the mix of local, domestic and foreign tourists, major source of spending, key attraction, and the average time visitors spend at each location. It also captured important site-level details, including the physical area of the spot, ticketing and digital payment facilities, management, arrangement, availability of parking, sanitation facilities, and other basic infrastructure. Using this insight, villages close to these tourist spots were grouped into clusters with similar characteristics and development potential. This cluster represents priority region where homestay development can have the greatest impact for visitors and local communities.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed the Assembly on Monday that the state government is implementing multiple preventive measures to curb the rising incidence of man-elephant conflict across Meghalaya. During question hour, Sangma said the government has intensified habitat improvement programs, including plantation of further species, creation of water sources, erection of barriers and trenches in vulnerable areas, and formation of village-based voluntary protection squads. He added that awareness campaign and timely compensation for crop and property loss are being carried out to prevent retaliatory harm to wildlife.
So there is a proposal. There is a proposal in the department where there's a request to create some beat offices and some range offices. So this is not specifically for the elephants or the domesticated elephants, as was mentioning, but this is a general range office which will have multiple activities, and the Karkuta area is also in that list. So therefore, sir, we are actively examining this and we're looking at it, and based on the approvals, sir, we will be sanctioning this. So as a department, sir, we are very keen to push this forward, and then accordingly we'll take it up with planning and other concerned departments. But yes, sir, there is a proposal to set up some kind of an administrative setup or a range office, which will also have technical people there that would be able to, at least to some extent, help in the situation.
The construction of the Eklavya Model Residential School at Soparo near Nongkhnum is progressing rapidly with nearly 80% of the work completed. The foundation stone was laid in March 2019 by former Nongstoin MLA Macmillan Birsat, while the 13-acre land was generously donated by Smiti B. Kharbani. During a recent site visit, it was observed that most of the permanent structures are completed with ongoing work on boundary fencing and related infrastructure. Site engineer Sushant Maji confirmed that the remaining work will be finished soon, with the project expected to be fully completed within 3 months, bringing a major boost to education in the region.
It is a MRS project from central government, NES, National Education Society, and it is a MRS project for Eklavya Model Residential School. Have a school building, and this is a girls hostel, and have also a staff quarter for facility, and principal's residentials also. Have 500 student facility there, and have a medical also, and chemistry lab also have there, and physics and chemistry have there. Percentage of work finished almost 80%, and we have expected target to finish these projects up to 2 to 3 months.
Don Bosco College celebrated National Science Day 2026 on Monday with the theme Women in Science, Catalyzing Viksit Bharat. The event was attended by Ban Manlang War Lindem, Assistant Commissioner Tura, along with Reverend Father John Paul Dickey, Vice Principal Dr. Madhusudan Saha, Associate Professor, faculty members and students. The program concluded with prize distribution and a vote of thanks. Speaking to media, Dr. Saha emphasized the event's aim to inculcate scientific temperament among youth and encourage women in science, fostering a vision of a developed India. Let's move on to the stories from the Northeast. Dibrugarh recently witnessed a vibrant celebration of Canine Championship with the Possum Show Dog Carnival organized in Dibrugarh. The event, spearheaded by Subhajit Purka Yasta, Secretary, brought together dog lovers, pet owners and their furry friends for a day filled with fun activities, competitions and awareness programs. The carnival featured interactive sessions, talent showcases and pet care guidance, creating a lively atmosphere for both participants and spectators.
हम लोग का शो का मेन मोटो है ताकि हम लोग इंडी डॉग्स को प्रमोट करें। उसके साथ हम लोग का फ्री एंटी रेबीज़ वैक्सीनेशन है यहाँ पे, ताकि आदमी को जो फेटल होता है जो रेबीज़ से, उसको हम लोग स्टॉप कर पाए। और साथ ही में आपका पेट एडॉप्शन है यहाँ पे, ताकि आदमी स्ट्रे डॉग्स, इंडी डॉग्स को अपना घर पे स्पेस दे पाए, एडॉप्ट कर पाए। और साथ में हम लोग फ्री वेट कंसल्टेशन का भी यहाँ पे आपका सुविधा है, ताकि कोई भी आदमी को अगर पेट पेरेंट्स है, कोई भी डाउट है, वेट के साथ कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं, तो ये भी फ्री है। तो ये सब प्रोग्राम हम लोग लेके ये पॉशम शो का टैग दिया है हम लोग बैनर के अंदर पे आज एनिमल वेलफेयर पीपल इन कोलैबोरेशन विद पेट फार्मा को एंड आवर लीड स्पॉन्सर अमर कंस्ट्रक्शन के साथ हम लोग ये आज ऑर्गेनाइज किए हैं।
BJP MLA P.V. Valte has passed away, leaving a void in the political landscape of Manipur. Following his demise, the mortal remains have reached the Manipur-Mizoram border, where arrangements are being made for the final journey. Valte, a respected leader from Churachandpur, was known for his contributions to the region and his active role in state politics. His passing has brought deep sorrow to colleagues, supporters and the community he served. Now moving on to the national stories. The Rajaji Utsav, commemorating the life and legacy of Chakravarti Raja Gopalachari, India's first Governor-General, was celebrated at Rashtrapati Bhavan. On the occasion, President Draupadi Murmu unveiled a bust of Raja Gopalachari at the Grand open staircase near Ashok Mandap, replacing the bust of Edwin Lutyens. Addressing the gathering, President Murmu described Rajaji as a great son of India and highlighted his multifaceted contributions spanning the freedom struggle, legal profession, social and economic reforms, politics, governance and Indian scriptures. Union Corporation Minister Amit Shah interacted with drivers, Sarthis of Bharat Taxi and emphasized that the cooperative aims to empower drivers by giving them ownership of their work. He said the initiative seeks to address issues faced under private taxi services, ensuring profits go directly to drivers rather than the cooperative. Shah noted that Bharat Taxi is emerging as a platform for driver welfare and passenger safety, promising complete transparency with notifications for Sarthis.
इम्प्रूवमेंट जैसे जैसे काम आगे बढ़ता जाएगा हर प्रकार की समस्या का समाधान भी हो जाएगा। इसमें किसी को आशंका रखने की जरूरत नहीं है। मगर अभी जो मजदूर संहिता है, श्रमिक संहिता मोदी जी लाए हैं, इसमें भी सभी सारथियों का समावेश करने का योगदान है। मतलब एक प्रोविजन है, प्रावधान है। इससे सभी के लिए अनेक प्रकार की सुविधाएं निर्मित होगी और भारत टैक्सी डे 1 से श्रमिक संहिता अभी लागू होगी। कुछ 1-2 सप्ताह लगेंगे, उसके बाद डे 1 से इसको समाहित कर लेगी इसके अंदर।
Now let's have a look at international stories. South Korean President Lee Jae-yong and Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva held summit talks in Seoul, agreeing to expand cooperation in key minerals, trade, technology and culture. The two nations announced plans to elevate their bilateral relationship into a strategic partnership. The leaders oversaw the signing of multiple agreements, including a 4-year action plan covering cooperation in strategic minerals, defense, space industries and food security. They also pledged to work together to support stability on the Korean peninsula. And coming up are the sports news. In the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Super 8 clashes at the Narendra Modi Stadium, India lost to South Africa by 78 runs. Batting first, South Africa posted 187 with 7 wickets in 20 overs, powered by David Miller's 63 of 35 balls and Thurston Stubbs' 44 of 24. In reply, India was bowled out for 111 in 18.5 overs with Shivam Dube top scoring at 42 runs. For South Africa, Marco Johnson stayed with a 4-wicket haul, while Keshav Maharaj claimed 3 wickets. David Miller was named player of the match for his explosive innings. And now the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 16 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 39%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 10 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 21 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 47%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, minimum temperature 9 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 21 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 50%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says partly cloudy sky, most likely to occur. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma presents 32,000 crore rupees Meghalaya budget for 2026-27. Meghalaya emerges as second fastest growing economy in India for 2024-25, recording a real GSDP growth rate of 9.66%. 92 villages identified under Phase 2 of the centre's under Vibrant Village program. Rajaji Utsav celebrated at Rashtrapati Bhavan. President Draupadi Murmu unveiled bust of Raja Gopalachari. And India lose to South Africa in T20 World Cup Super 8 at Narendra Modi Stadium. And that's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, goodbye.